Well, the day before is still out there. We are still learning of the absolute chaos that went on behind the scenes over the past 3 years. Much has been made public, and still more will probably never ever see the light of day. But now we've got even more information relating to those last days of fntastic and what happened to those associated with this project. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. It's LtBuzzLitebeer, and we've got even more insight into fntastic the company and a range of other items that deserve mention. Thanks again for your awesome levels of support. In case you haven't done so already, remember to hit subscribe and ring the notifications bell to receive my latest upload alerts. Likes, comments, shares are of course greatly appreciated. And let's get into a little news roundup of all the latest for the day before. Alright, we might as well circle back around to a few days ago when a reporter attempted to visit the offices of fntastic located in Singapore and was in for a bit of a shock. Quote, "I tried visiting the day before developer fntastic's offices in Singapore, and this is what I found." Now, Ulysses Lowe, hopefully I didn't butcher that name, reports that he fully intended to swing by fntastic and see some empty desks and dejected developers, but turns out what he found was definitely out of the ordinary. Armed with their business address, found via the Singapore Accounting and Corporate Regulatory Authority, Lowe first tracked down their office in Balestier, located in the central region of Singapore. Unable to locate fntastic anywhere in the tenant directory, Lowe planned on asking around with the other office staff, and after meeting with the director of what turns out to be an office co-op workplace, he was informed that fntastic never had staff there and was merely using the co-op's address as a virtual office space. Lowe also took a look into fntastic's original address located in Peninsula Plaza, but the building directory showed no such tenant, instead belonging to a management consultancy. Okay, if we can, let's remember back to one of these odd fntastic devlogs that have been conveniently scrubbed from their official YouTube channel because they've deleted all of their old videos. Like, that doesn't look suspicious as fuck. Anyways, I have recordings of all of them, and this devlog just looks off to me. And I remember remarking at the time that the backdrop looked like a public meeting hall of some sort. And you could hear what sounded like public address announcements bleeding through the recordings, like those that would be made by a receptionist all-call. Well, it turns out it was a hotel lobby that was used as a backdrop for this entire vlog, and fntastic was apparently staying in a short-term rental unit located close by. Point is, all evidence clearly points to this studio never residing in Singapore and was allegedly using these addresses to apply for and receive grants from the Singaporean government. Look to Skull and Bones as another example of this practice, albeit a much more legit use of it. Lowe was able to obtain several financial statements for fntastic showing 3.4 million Singaporean dollars in revenue generated in 2022, which is roughly 2.5 million USD. There was also 200 grand paid to the directors, a whopping 308,000 spent on travel, and fntastic was able to secure a term loan for just short of $500,000 bucks. And all of this is in Singaporean currency. Now, these ledgers also show that fntastic seems to have had 1.4 million in cash reserves, debunking the theory that the business lacked the funds to continue work on the day before. So again, here we've got no actual business or workers to speak of, fake addresses, and clearly some form of money still left in the bank, with either those grants or possibly their failed continent app as the real prize for peddling the lies of the day before. On top of this, we've now got more former fntastic developers speaking out about their experiences working on the game. Again, coming from 3D News, a source I have cited in previous day before videos. One such developer, under the protection of anonymity, was quoted as saying, "I was fired one day. They said that the studio was closing. There was only enough money for the final payment for the time worked. Write an application and go to the market. This is a gift for the new year." And as expected, there was no talk of compensation. These devs were simply cut off and told that the studio was finished. Another former employee noted that fntastic had a high staff turnover. Within a year, the informant's teams changed 8 people. People left on their own after 3 months, or, quote, they were thrown out for some trifle or disagreement with management. I got good experience at work, but I'm not sure that this line on my resume will be the norm in the future. I'm not proud of the work here. The result is on Twitter, there, and on streams, shared the ex-employee, but not on LinkedIn or fntastic's YouTube channel because of the almighty delete button. And by the way, that was me adding in that last bit there, just for context. All definitely weird, but expected for sure. And speaking of weird, we all know that the official Day Before Discord has since been nuked, along with all the studio's other social media channels. But just before shutting down the Discord, this message was posted and then deleted. fntastic Studio has revised its sites and is reopening. We understand that the news of our closure studios caused a lot of disappointment and concern among our dedicated community. However, we want to assure you that we have not given up on our vision of delivering an unforgettable survival experience in the Day Before. After careful consideration, we have decided to re-embark on our journey with renewed determination and passion. We are committed to providing the quality and support that our community deserves. To demonstrate our commitment, we are thrilled to announce that the next major patch for the Day Before will be released on December the 14th, 2023. This patch will include a wealth of enhancements and improvements, addressing community feedback and laying the groundwork for future content releases. We are incredibly grateful for your continued support and understanding throughout this challenging period. Your enthusiasm and belief in the Day Before are the driving forces behind our decision to reopen. We are confident that with your support, we can create something truly special and exceed your expectations. Stay tuned for more updates and announcements as we move forward. Thank you for being a part of the Day Before community. And since December 14th has come and gone, and knowing what we know about the lies and deceit coming from this group, I think we can label this entire post as patently false. Now, along with this message was another defiant post made by one of the Discord's head moderators promising to continue work on the Day Before. fntastic was reopening, and further patches and improvements to the game were incoming, going so far as to take yet another swing at the doubters. Quote, as for the haters, well, they're doing their thing as usual. Instead of acknowledging the developers' efforts, they prefer to criticize. It seems that disgruntled players have forgotten that the studio is actively working on improvements. It's a shame they decided to refund, as now they won't get to enjoy future updates and enhancements. Okay, wow, could you actually imagine that happening? In this long and sordid tale of lies, a scenario where fntastic actually makes a comeback. They reappear, ready to fix all that is wrong with the game, working tirelessly day and night to create a genre-defining zombie survival MMO? Yeah, me neither. Remember to hit subscribe and ring the notifications bell to receive my latest upload alerts. Likes, comments, shares are of course greatly appreciated. All my socials can be found in the video description. Shout out to the nearly 186,000 of you that have stuck with me and hit subscribe. And a special thanks goes out to my Patreon supporters. Until the next one, this is LtBuzzLitebeer signing off.